But I mean, that's 164. And that's what that feels like I should be getting out of Paradym there. Right, it's Paradym time. Now I've got the triple diamond. This is one of 3 heads. I'm going to start with the triple diamond because getting test clubs at the minute from manufacturers with supply is so tough. God knows what will happen with you guys getting stock. I mean, it's just all a bit mental at the minute. But I've got the triple diamond. Let's talk about the Paradym, what they've reinvented. It's all about the reinvention at the moment in the traditional game of golf, isn't it? If someone isn't redefining something in those top 2 companies, so Callaway and old TM as they battle around for the biggest word, 170 ball speed is what I'm chasing. It's a Paradym. This should be the one that gets me there. Oh, feels nice. So Paradym, let's redefine how to make golf clubs, I think is what kind of Callaway is saying. So let's start this review by redefining a review, and let's have a quick look at the tech, and let's keep it quick because the tech can get boring, can't it? So 3 drivers, Paradym, which is the model provides refined shaping, high MOI, the Paradym X, built for high launch, high MOI, and then the triple diamond model concept. This is a 450 head shape, so slightly smaller. Players who want to work the ball, I don't know what that means, the lowest spinning, lowest launching of all of the 3 models. So Paradym shifts distance from the industry 360 carbon body. So basically this whole back bit is carbon. It's like wraparound. So you get like titanium at the front, titanium at the back, and then this carbon body part. So they've redefined how they're making their clubs, because normally there would be structures through here. Which is funny because it reminds me of this driver here. Anyone in the comments, if you want me to test this up against the new Paradym, let me know. Hit those comments up down below and I will. But that one definitely was titanium there and then kind of carbon at the back. Just didn't have the bit at the back. Right, sorry to interrupt before we throw you straight back to the video. Just a quick note, if you're liking the video, don't be afraid to hit the like button and also subscribe if you don't want to miss the next great video. Other thing as well, I do a podcast with Lou Stagner, PGA Tour player Greg Chalmers. If you're into podcasts, link in the description. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Sorry, back to the video. And what I do like about it is it does look super cool down by the ball. You get like this suspended floating bit at the back and the carbon to the top line does look super nice. And the feel, Callaway just make great feeling drivers. They have them for ages now. Then we get the AI designed optimal face, downrange dispersion, all new AI face optimized enhanced speed, launch, spin, and now downrange dispersion for its world's most advanced driver face, designed by artificial intelligence. And to be fair, Callaway were maybe the first, were they? Certainly amongst to start using AI in the face. And if you look at the back of the face, you can see all the ripples. They're trying to maximize it across the face for how it flexes and bends and where we might hit it. Which again is almost impossible to measure, and believe you me, I've tried, but I'm happy that they're trying to help us as much as possible. How much of it plays out, I mean, there's a high toelet, and this is a low spinning driver, and that's dipping out the air. There's no Paradym there. Well, that's the Paradym that we live in. High toes dip out the air and don't hit the fairway. And then we get the industry-leading face cup, forged titanium face for fast ball speeds. Paradym is the first driver to utilize Callaway's leading face cup technology, paired with the face cup with powerful forged titanium face. High energy transfers, what they are saying. Now this one we get no movable weight, we just get a weight at the back and the front. I've got the low spinning 14 gram, I think it is at the front, and then a 2 maybe at the back. The other models have a little bit of a sliding weight, try and dial in shot shape, trajectory, strike, those kind of ideas. Half decent hit on that one. Does sound great, looks fantastic. Has to be said, the looks are, I love this little suspended bit at the back in between this wraparound. Also as well, I think, don't quote me on this, I think every driver will look unique on the bottom. This is kind of crushed, this inside bit, and then it'll come out like in a unique pattern. It is quite a nice pattern on the bottom side, which I think will sell in the pro shops. 170 ball speeds while I'm after Callaway. You've redesigned everything. You've created a big word, or you've used a big word that I had to really look up to see what it meant, and it's still hard to find what it really does mean. Can you redefine my ball speeds? That's what I want. Oh, I've about with that. That should be a decent one. Again, it's got that kind of carbon to titanium mix sound. It's not loud. It's unique. Callaway drivers have had a unique sound for such a long time now, which I like. I think look-wise is really going to turn people on. This is kind of replacing the Epic. The thing I always think is quite funny, maybe comment down below, Callaway have a lot of drivers out at once. Where people used to give TaylorMade and that, the older, you know, a lot of kind of beef about the amount of drivers they release. Callaway have like sometimes 10 out at once, don't they? This is one of 3. They have the Rogue line out as well. If you want me to compare the Rogue to this, I can. Maybe hit those comments up down below. They definitely like to just kind of spread their products out around the market. We're going to look at the numbers of this one in a second. And the other thing that's interesting, because this is one of 3 now, I do think that it does fit more into the old Triple Diamond was brutal, like it was such a brutally low spinning driver. And I think this one's maybe just calmed down a little bit, so they only need 3 heads, because there's not many people who need crazy, crazy low spin. Often a common question I get asked, you know, I spin my driver too much, should I get a low spin one? Yes and no. You should be looking at where that spin's coming from, really, because it's not going to come from the answer in here. Not a great hit, but we'll take it. Right, we'll go 2 more, 3 more shots actually to get a good spread. I mean, I think the standout points here, apart from the advertising name, is the looks. The looks are unique, fun, cool. The standout thing would be the sound and feel, but because Callaway have made this sound and feel so consistently now for a while, it's not standout. And that seems unfair, because it is really nice. Right, let's have a look at the numbers. To be fair, what I'm seeing coming out is surprisingly low. Like, surprisingly low. What I'm going to do before we look at the numbers, just at the same time, I'm just going to hit a little batch of shots with another driver. I just want to see what... I just want to see. Right, so looking at the numbers, averaging 160 ball speed, that's not impressive, but that's me more than the driver I'm saying, which I'll show you in a second. Spinning down at 2.1 with 2.85 standard deviation, so this is definitely on my number for spin, as in the low side, and average carry of 2.86 with a 5-yard standard deviation, which is quite healthy. You can see my left and right miss. It's not the most drawy, which you often expect out of the Triple D. They're really good numbers. To be fair, they're good. I thought it's hard because my numbers at the minute can shift subject to so many things, because I'm trying to push my distances to get anywhere near the 170 ball speed, which you can see that's nowhere near. I have days where I average 164 and I have days where I average 161, 162, those kind of things. So I just hit some clubs with another driver that I completely trust. I'm not even going to say what driver it is, because that's not the point of this video. This is a Callaway review, and I'll do compares as we go on. I just thought that was super low. And this is often really good message for you testing. Like, just try and mix some different clubs in there that you know what they do, because it's so easy to, when you're hitting, to get lost in the emotion of you think that should come out and it doesn't, and all these kind of, oh, I'm going to hit it harder because I thought it should go further than that, those kind of things. The more you can try and keep it blind, actually, to be fair, the better. So if I compare it to the other driver, you can see it basically fits in the exact same model. Spins got close, launches were close, ball speed. That's the thing that I was thinking, this just seemed weird, but the ball speed is, unfortunately, I'm not having a quick day. So the numbers are good. Like, they're where, let's say, every other driver in this ilk will sit. Looks amazing. Does look really good. Like, it looks space agey, this to this and this. I like it. This is a fun little crushed bit at the bottom. Shaping, nice. You know, it's a good, lovely, sits neutral, nice shape. Sound, I think we take for granted at the minute that Callaway are just producing some of the best sounding, which then in turn feel drivers on the market. Ball speeds, jumps, Paradym, shifting reality, shifting, it's just good. It's just good. Unfortunately, we're at a stage of club making where the biggest statement you can make without the data, the better chance you've got of creating some ripples, then in turn some sales. 170 ball speed, I am not going to get anywhere near it. What do you reckon I can top out with this one? Let's see what it is to finish. Not a bad little 163 there. I hit that okay, but it doesn't feel crazy explosive. It's good carry. 161. All right, a few step-ons. Never that fast around Christmas. Cold, wet, stop eating chocolates. 162, see again, that just felt faster than that. I've belted that, 162. Like, I think the speeds are fine, but I mean, that's 164. And that's what that feels like I should be getting out of Paradym there. 163 off the top of the club. So let's just put this into perspective. Normally in a review there are certain companies, Callaway, TaylorMade, where they're pretty much the top end of my numbers. So whatever I'm on that day, if I'm averaging 162, if I'm averaging 165, if I'm hitting 168s, touching nearly 170s, they're the clubs that will get close to it. That's the general rule that you find from manufacturers. This one today, the numbers are very much as you saw, like 1 mile an hour. We're talking tiny differences that you could argue are not differences over the amount of shots I'm hitting. You just need to hit loads more. But it just doesn't feel like it's the top end. It feels like it's in the middle end. Companies that often get in the middle end. You're talking Cobra, good but in the middle of a top or low end speed. Titleist, like good but in the middle. Because you've got to be really careful when you make clubs, because the faster you make this, the closer you push to tolerance. If you push close to tolerance and then decide to mass produce, which obviously they have to do, mass producing is tough to keep your tolerances really tight. They get slightly wider. So if you push the close to tolerance, mass produce, and then start producing loads that are out of tolerance, and they get on amateur tours and even some into tour players' bags, but they generally are looked after in a tighter tolerance way, you're going to get some illegal ones come through, and no one wants that. I feel like with the random driver there, I could touch 165 today. This one is going to be a push. Let's talk real gaming options. I saw 163, and I think that hit with another club, like equivalent hit, is a 165. So am I going to see this out on the course? No, I totally not. This is such a dissection in a dry environment that just won't really play out on the course. So let's calm down, not worry. Yeah, 164. And that wasn't an equivalent hit. And that was slightly higher, slightly towier. It's solid. It's good. There's other two models. I will test them when they come. They're hard to get hold of, and let's hope that isn't something that plays through for you with stocks through the year. If you want to see me test it up to this one, I will, because I think that would be an interesting test. I think it's really interesting. I think the name is slightly funny. Like if you take your golf head off, where sometimes we're so institutionalized, like if you put that on a cheap club, like if you put that on a JD Sports Classic, you know, your kind of cheap sports shop classic, people are going to laugh at it. I think Callaway makes some of the best sounding clubs, definitely best looking. I think it looks great and it performs solid and well. But I usually are used to these to the top end. Maybe it's because it's the Triple D. We will see. We'll test more. What do you think? Post in the comments down below. As always, if this video has been helpful, hit the like button for me. Let me know with a like, and don't be afraid to subscribe if you're not already subscribed so you don't miss the next great review. Thanks for watching.